They called him a prospect, a diamond in the rough. But on one pivotal afternoon, a 20-year-old rookie unleashed a 150-kilometer fastball that didn't just rattle bats, it rewrote his future, and perhaps the Giants' entire season. The Japanese spring training, a crucible where dreams are forged and futures are decided, holds a unique intensity. It is not merely a series of exhibition games, it is a grand audition, a relentless proving ground under the watchful eyes of coaches, managers, and an expectant fan base. Every pitch, every swing, every defensive play carries the weight of a professional career. On February 28th, as the Yomiuri Giants faced the Samsung Lions in a practice game, the chill of early spring in Miyazaki was pierced by the heat of competition. This wasn't just another notch in the win column for the Giants, extending their undefeated streak in external matches to 3. It was a day that saw established aces fine-tuning their craft, hopeful newcomers carving out their place, and one extraordinary moment that hinted at a seismic shift in the team's future. The narrative of this game, seemingly a casual preseason affair, was in fact a microcosm of the larger battle for supremacy in Japanese baseball, a testament to the blend of veteran wisdom, strategic adjustment, and explosive youthful talent. The initial tremors of the day's narrative began with Shosei Togo, a name synonymous with Giants' ace potential. Stepping onto the mound for his first live game appearance, the air around him crackled with anticipation. Though his outing was confined to a single inning, its significance was amplified by the context of spring training. An ace doesn't merely throw, he asserts, he sets a tone. And Togo, with characteristic poise, delivered a flawless frame, retiring the side without a hint of trouble. The commentators, seasoned observers of the game, noted his remarkable stability, a quiet assurance in his mechanics and command. His fourth ball was consistent, one remarked. It's a good sign. Manager Abe, a man whose every gesture is scrutinized, clapped his hands, a subtle but powerful endorsement. Togo's performance wasn't about overpowering velocity. It was about precision, about the calm mastery of his arsenal. It was a statement of readiness, a promise that the anchor of the Giants' rotation was on course, providing a bedrock of confidence upon which the rest of the team could build. For a team with championship aspirations, the unwavering reliability of its ace in these early stages is not just desirable, it is essential. Following Togo, the focus shifted to Shiori Yamazaki, a pitcher navigating the delicate balance between natural talent and strategic refinement. Yamazaki's outing was a stark illustration of the continuous evolution demanded by professional baseball. He openly confessed to a mixed bag. His fastball, a source of power, was effective, but there were also wayward pitches that got away, demanding immediate correction. More intriguingly, Yamazaki was in the midst of a critical adjustment with his curveball. Traditionally, throwing a slower curve around 100 kilometers per hour, he had been challenged by his catcher to experiment with a faster variant, settling on 115 kilometers per hour during camp. Yet, after testing it in a game situation, he reflected, perhaps I need to drop the speed a little more. This isn't just a technical adjustment, it's a deep dive into the philosophy of pitching. A slower curve offers a dramatic change of pace and a wide, sweeping break, intended to throw a hitter's timing off completely. A faster curve, while sacrificing some of that dramatic break, arrives sooner, designed to induce weak contact or swing and miss when batters are geared up for a fastball. Yamazaki's willingness to experiment, to embrace the feedback from the field, and to articulate his ongoing internal debate showcased the relentless pursuit of perfection that defines a pitcher's career. His struggle, including a walk that led to a stolen base by Murata of the Samsung Lions, wasn't a failure, but a crucial data point in his journey towards optimizing his repertoire. He spoke of achieving roughly 70% command with his breaking pitches, a commendable feat given the ongoing adjustments, affirming that he was steadily climbing the necessary steps towards peak form. The game then transitioned into a showcase of the Giants' offensive depth and strategic execution. Matsumoto, another arm from the bullpen, provided a bridge, his performance underscoring the critical role of middle relievers in securing tries an equally powerful swing, delivering 2 sharp hits, one to center, one to right. These weren't just hits, they were demonstrations of disciplined hitting, finding gaps and driving the ball with authority. The sequence also saw moments of textbook baseball. Sasaki, occupying the 9th spot, executed a perfect sacrifice bunt, moving runners into scoring position with an act of selfless teamwork. Following this, Urata, not a player of immense stature, but possessing a remarkably sharp swing, lifted a sacrifice fly deep into left field, a testament to his ability to drive the ball when it matters most, bringing home a crucial run. But the true offensive crescendo of the early innings belonged to Matsumoto Go. A new face in the Giants' dugout, having transferred from another team, the pressure to perform and make a good first impression in a new uniform is immense. He didn't just deliver, he unleashed a ferocious pull hit, a searing shot that screamed through the infield for his first timely 2-base hit as a Giant. This wasn't merely a hit, it was a declaration. It was the crack of the bat signaling his arrival, a moment of personal triumph woven into the fabric of the team's ongoing success. The roar, though muted in a practice game, was palpable in its significance for Matsumoto Go. It confirmed his place, his immediate value to the squad, and ignited the spark of possibility for the season ahead. Yet, as impressive as the individual performances had been, nothing could have prepared the spectators for the seismic event that unfolded in the 6th inning. Takemaru, a name whispered with potential, but not yet etched in the Giants' pantheon, strode to the mound. A 20-year-old rookie, he was an enigma, a raw talent whose true capabilities were still being uncovered. What followed was nothing short of a revelation. Takemaru, with a composure far beyond his years, mowed down the Samsung Lions lineup with surgical precision. For 3 consecutive innings, he was flawless. 3 perfect innings. No hits, no walks, no runners reaching base. It was a statistical masterpiece, but the numbers alone failed to capture the sheer dominance of his performance. Then came the moment that reverberated through the dugout and across the stands. Takemaru unleashed a fastball that registered a staggering 150 kilometers per hour on the radar gun. The velocity wasn't just fast, it was elite, a speed that put him in the conversation with established power pitchers. What made it even more compelling was Takemaru's understated reaction. When questioned about the speed gun readings, he merely offered a casual shrug, a polite smile, suggesting that while it was nice, his focus wasn't on a speed competition. He was concerned with his command, his ability to throw his breaking balls for strikes, to sculpt a masterpiece on the mound, rather than simply paint with broad, powerful strokes. Yet, the impact of that 150-kilometer-per-hour fastball, delivered with such effortless power and combined with his complete command, was undeniable. It wasn't just a sign of potential, it was a statement of arrival. This rookie, who was quietly working on refining his craft, had suddenly burst into the spotlight, not as a prospect, but as a legitimate force. The commentators were ecstatic. His fastball has definitely gained power, one exclaimed, noting the calculation and deliberate progression in Takemaru's approach. This performance fundamentally altered the discussion around him. From a promising young arm, he instantly became a contender for a rotation spot, a pitcher whose next step, pitching 5 innings, earning the right to be a winning pitcher, was now eagerly anticipated. His performance was the true climax of the game, a moment that didn't just secure a victory, but potentially reshaped the Giants' pitching outlook for the entire season. The later innings continued to showcase the depth of the Giants' roster, highlighting players battling for their place. Luciano, a development player, seized his opportunity, delivering a timely hit to center field in the bottom of the 9th, further expanding the Giants' lead. This was a critical moment for a player trying to break through, demonstrating his clutch ability under pressure. The game extended into extra innings for defensive practice, offering further opportunities for assessment. Funabaka, despite giving up a hit and some runs, showed resilience, making adjustments and finishing strong, a valuable lesson for a pitcher in development. Finally, Toyota closed out the game, securing the Giants' 3rd consecutive victory in external matches. These These moments, though perhaps less dramatic than Takemaru's brilliance, are vital cogs in the spring training machine, providing crucial feedback and building the collective confidence that forms the backbone of a successful team. The manager and coaches could feel the tangible progress, the burgeoning sense of momentum, as the team prepared to return to Tokyo. This practice game against the Samsung Lions was far more than a simple tune-up. It was a canvas upon which the narrative of the Yomiuri Giants' upcoming season began to be painted. It was a day where the veteran assurance of Togo laid a solid foundation, where Yamazaki's analytical approach to pitching showed the relentless pursuit of perfection, and where the raw, explosive talent of Takemaru ignited a spark of genuine excitement and expectation. Matsumoto Go's timely hit symbolized the seamless integration of new talent, while the collective efforts of Mizukawa, Sasaki, Urata, Luciano, and others underscored the team's depth and commitment to fundamental baseball. The Giants walked away with a 3-game winning streak, but more importantly, they walked away with a clearer picture of their strengths, their areas for growth, and the electrifying potential brewing within their ranks. This wasn't merely a victory, it was a profound statement, a declaration that the Giants are not just preparing for a new season, but are actively crafting a championship contender, one pitch, one swing, and one unforgettable performance at a time. As the echoes of the bat and glove fade, and the promise of a new season beckons, one must ponder. In a sport often defined by the established and the celebrated, how often do we overlook the quiet, transformative moments where a hidden gem suddenly erupts, forever altering the landscape of what's possible?